Uh, what's up, y'all? So, I've been sick all week, like I said in my last video, and the other night I was up at like 4 a.m. and my mind was racing, and I started thinking about like all of these games that are getting remade. We've got Last of Us Part 1 that just came out. We have Horizon on the horizon. We got Silent Hill 2 being remade, and I'm sure there's more I can't think of right now, but I decided I'm going to make a video of the top 5 shooters, in my opinion, that desperately need a remake. And if you guys enjoyed this series, maybe I'll make some more, okay? But anyways, let's get the countdown started. Enjoy. So, coming in at number 5 is a game you've probably heard of, Turok. Turok is a series of first-person shooter video games based on a comic book character of the same name. Basically, you play as a Native American time-traveling warrior tasked with protecting the barrier between Earth and the Lost Land, which is a prehistoric and primitive timeline inhabited by a variety of creatures, but the main draw is the dinosaurs. This game is so fucking nostalgic for me. From the Nintendo 64 days all the way to the most recent iteration in 2008, I've always felt like Turok has been mad slept on. But it actually blows my mind that I haven't heard anything about this IP. This would be a developer dream in my opinion. I mean, it's basically a blank slate because so many people have forgotten about it. You could literally go any direction with it. And I think the perfect company to handle this franchise would be id Software. I mean, imagine Doom with dinosaurs. You can't tell me that shit wouldn't be badass. Now, number 4 is only number 4 because of how recent we did get a reboot for the franchise. But for me, it's honestly number 1, or at least a toss-up. But of course, I'm talking about Max Payne. Now, personally, I would be ecstatic for any version of Max Payne. I'm talking a remake of 1 or 2 or a continuation. It doesn't matter. I just want more games in the Max Payne universe, period. Because I fucking love this franchise. But I more than anything want a remake of Max Payne 3. To this day, Max Payne 3 is my favorite Rockstar game. And I know there's a lot of people who disagree with that statement, and that's fine. I won't argue with you. But if I had to choose my ideal shooter, Max Payne fits perfect within all of my criteria. It's over the top, it's gritty, it's gory. The slow motion effects were so badass for its time, and every iteration of Max Payne has been innovative, but then comes Rockstar's version, which adds to the pedigree by being the first game that can be played from beginning to end without a loading screen, assuming that you don't die, which was awesome. The multiplayer was excellent. There were time trials that you could go back through the game that added to the longevity of the title. I mean, all around, it was just chef's kiss, top tier shooter, and we desperately need a remake, or at least I do. Number 3 on the list is Resistance. Now, first off though, before we talk about this goated IP, let's talk about Insomniac real quick. Insomniac does not miss, guys. They've got Spyro, Ratchet & Clank, Resistance, Sunset Overdrive, Fuse, Spider-Man, and I'm sure there's more, but these guys do not know how to make a bad game, period. Anyways, Resistance was basically PlayStation's answer to Halo in 2006. And guys, this game was fucking awesome. It's based in the 1900s and the world has been invaded by an alien race known as the Chimera. You play as Nathan Hale, a badass soldier hell-bent on stopping this alien invasion. The game is filled with awesome exotic weapons, terrifying enemies, there's gore and badass bosses, all I'm saying is I know you're busy with Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine right now, Insomniac, but please bring this franchise back. Number 2 on this list is Siphon Filter. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I personally never got to play Siphon Filter. For me, my memories surrounding the game were watching my dad play. And let me tell you, when I looked up this trailer just now, my brain exploded with nostalgia. This game looked so fucking fun to me when I was a kid, and I want so badly for them to remake this game again. I don't care if it's a reboot or a continuation. Siphon Filter is one of those games that anyone who's actually played it fucking loved it. It was a 10 out of 10 straight up in its heyday. So, if you don't know, Siphon Filter is a third-person shooter where you play as Gabriel Logan and his partner Lin Zing. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but basically you're investigating a series of biological outbreaks triggered by an international terrorist group. It's all pretty standard fare for this genre, but the reason the game was so awesome was its blend of stealth and espionage with over-the-top blockbuster action fun. The game was a masterclass of AI in its time, and I think this generation would be the perfect time to remake this absolute classic. And now we're on to my final game that I most desperately wish would be remade. And that is Kojima's Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Just mentioning this game gives me chills. Metal Gear Solid obviously needs no introduction. I think even non-gamers are very aware of the most badass franchise to exist in gaming history. The story in the Metal Gear series has always been batshit insane, just like its creator Hideo Kojima, and also visionary in nearly every aspect. But the reason that Metal Gear Solid 3 is my pick is because this is the first game that ever actually made me cry. And the only other game in my 20 plus years of gaming that I can remember also making me cry after is Metal Gear Solid 4. This franchise is literally untouched in every premise it tackled, and it's an absolute attack on society as a whole that this franchise has collected dust. Please, for the love of God, Kojima, give us a remake, or somebody. No, actually, no, it has to be Kojima, sorry. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the list. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see me do more of these, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna go finish my beer. You guys have a good night.